I've written a memoir. It's out in February next year called Brown Baby, a memoir of race, family, and home. And I didn't know when I first started writing a book about parenthood that it was going to essentially be a grief memoir and also be about food. But I seem to have written quite a lot about, well, my problematic relationship with food, my relationship with my mother and food. And I'm going to read two passages from the book. The kitchen was the central hub of our home, the main family thoroughfare. Your Foy and I ate in silence, listened to Mum sing along to sunrise radio, and kept our eyes down. Every now and then, my mum would stop singing so she could ask us about schoolwork, each question a pre prepared torpedo aimed at the fault lines in our weaker subjects. We studied in there, shared snacks, prayed, laughed, cried, got told off, were praised. Everything happened in that kitchen. We'd reply in grunts and one word answers, hoping it was the other's turn for the firing line. My mum kept the Rodleys coming, and we ate till we were full. And when we were full, we washed it all down with water before contemplating dessert. I remember going home in those 2 weeks. Mum was brought home from hospital, living on a ventilator, sagging in an armchair, unable to go into a deep sleep. The first thing I noticed was how the house didn't smell like the home I grew up in. The kitchen had become a shrine to takeaways and Tupperware dishes of well-wishing relatives. The fridge was empty save for milk and bread. No one was hungry, not even me. And I had a Pavlovian reaction to that kitchen. As soon as I saw it, I felt hungry. I spent years growing up in a bedroom above it, my music punctuated by bursts of pressure cooker and sizzling onions, the dull thud of mum frying, boiling, baking, chopping, occasionally banging on the table with a rolling pin to alert us to dinner. Now that kitchen was like the perfect showroom for a family-sized space, imbued with flashes of memory on how things were and what they used to be. Each surface gleaming with bleach and polish. And then I'm going to move on a bit. Hoping for something disgusting in the freezer, I opened it, expecting to be greeted with a bag of frozen samosas and chips. These I could work with. These would temporarily take away the pain. The freezer was empty. There was nothing there, a bag of frozen peas frosted over with age. But there are two old, clear plastic takeaway containers. I open one and am met by a familiar smell. It's Mum's food, some budgias, and a container. This one has sweet corn curry in it. The smell is soothing. I can practically feel the coarseness of a cumin seed between my front two teeth. I don't know what to do. There I am in her kitchen, holding her food, clutching it like a second chance. If I eat it, that's it. That's the last of it. That's all there is. That's all there will be. No more. Only memory. Only a space where it becomes perfect and not something I tasted once. And if I want to experience it again, I will spend the rest of my life trying to recreate these tastes on my tongue. There's no way I can recreate her food perfectly. I worry that Indian food to me will become restaurants and that one chana masala dish she showed me to make when I moved out after university. I can never get it to taste like hers. I could never instinctively recreate the amount of spices, oil, yogurt, cooking time. Each time I tried to recreate food in her image, it was too thin, it wasn't warm enough, it wasn't quite there. None of that matters with this Tupperware in my hand, throbbing like the Tesseract Avengers capsule for Infinity Stone edition. I defrost her food in the microwave for 5 minutes before plopping it into a saucepan and heating it up. As the food unfreezes, something happens, like a swell, a whisper, a growth, a groan, a warmth. The kitchen swells with that smell of mustard seeds and garlic and cumin and turmeric and frying in my mum. It smells like my mum. It's like she's there in the kitchen with me. I wish I could wear this smell, just be enveloped by it, let it soak through every fibre and thread in my wardrobe. I wish that I reeked of fried garlic and onions, of the burnt pops of mustard seeds, of cumin and cardigan. I'll bottle it and spritz it on myself and call it my signature scent.